The woman clearly killed an old hen, but strangely, her daughter ended up dying mysteriously and tragically in a hospital bed. What shocked her even more was that the surveillance footage also showed her holding a kitchen knife, hacking at her own daughter again and again. In the end, the woman was arrested by the police and sent to a psychiatric hospital, but she simply couldn't understand. She had clearly killed only an old hen, so why was it her daughter who ended up dead? Consumed by endless guilt over her daughter, she desperately leapt from a great height. To her astonishment, when she opened her eyes again, she found herself reborn on the very day her best friend brought over the old hen. Remembering that in her previous life, her daughter had been stabbed multiple times and died tragically in the hospital bed because of this hen, she suspected that her daughter's death must be connected to it. So she immediately refused her best friend's kind gesture.
Don't want this chicken. Please take it back with you. But I specifically hired someone to buy this old hen from the countryside. Weren't you always saying before that since Ling is hospitalized after the car accident, she needed something to nourish her body? Why don't you want it all of a sudden? You know I don't dare to kill animals.
At that moment, her husband suddenly rushed over and accused her, claiming that their daughter was hospitalized after a car accident. And as a mother, she wasn't even willing to kill a chicken. Even her daughter chimed in from the side, saying she really wanted to have some chicken soup, seeing that her usually rebellious daughter, with whom she had a tense relationship, was asking her for the first time. The woman reluctantly agreed. But when she got to the kitchen and saw the surveillance camera on the wall, she suddenly understood everything. It was likely that her husband and her best friend were working together to frame her, so she just lightly sliced the chicken leg, wanting to test her daughter's reaction. But to her utter shock, her daughter let out a scream at the exact moment the knife came down. Panicked, she rushed to her daughter's side, anxiously checking to see if her daughter was hurt.
There was no wound on the leg, so why did Ling scream when I touched her? What on earth is going on with Ling? Why did you scream just now?
I accidentally touched the ham just now and couldn't help but cry out.
This made the woman start to wonder if she was just overthinking things. Her best friend also tried to reassure her, telling her not to be so suspicious, and urged her to hurry up and make the chicken soup, reminding her to drop the chicken a few more times so the flavor would soak in better. At that moment, the husband rushed in, looking flustered, and said that the old hen was missing. This was exactly what the woman had hoped for. Without that old hen, perhaps she could change the tragic fate of her previous life. But when he turned to the hospital bed, he was shocked to find his daughter had mysteriously disappeared. The woman anxiously searched the hospital, but after turning the place upside down, there was still no sign of her daughter. What made her even angrier was that her best friend not only didn't help look for her daughter, but instead went downstairs to look for that hen. The woman rushed over, about to slap her best friend twice, when she saw her husband walking over with the hen in his hand.
I'm going to make soup for Ling. Why are you here arguing with Sister Chen?
Ling was missing. She disappeared right under my nose. Maybe she vanished with the old hen.
What are you freaking out about now? Isn't Ling right there?
Sure enough, her daughter was standing upstairs waving at her. At that moment, the woman felt a chill run through her body, because she clearly remembered that her daughter had disappeared right before their eyes. But now her husband was saying that their daughter had been in the hospital room the whole time, making her feel as if she were losing her mind. But since her daughter and the old hen disappeared together and were found together, it meant there must be some connection between them. That's why she absolutely could not become the executioner.
Honey, can you help me kill the chicken? I really can't bring myself to do it.
It's just killing a chicken. What's so hard about that?
Honey, you know as well as I do. I'm afraid to take a life. You're the pillar of our family. Just help me and kill her.
To her surprise, her husband agreed without hesitation, which only deepened her suspicions. After returning to the hospital room, the woman anxiously asked her daughter where she had gone, but the daughter insisted she just wanted to play hide and seek. Yet, in this tiny hospital room, there was nowhere to hide. She couldn't help but suspect her daughter was lying as well. Meanwhile, her husband quickly took care of the chicken, and since her daughter showed no signs of anything unusual, the woman finally felt relieved. It seemed that in this lifetime, her daughter had finally escaped disaster. But when he carefully finished making the chicken soup and went to wake his daughter up to drink it, he was horrified to find that his daughter had once again died tragically on the hospital bed. At that moment, her husband and best friend also rushed in immediately.